Greetings, my dear friends. This is Dreamweaver Mystics, as always. Today I want to talk about the very thing that gave my channel its name, about dreams. What is a dream? We spend a third of our lives sleeping, a third. If you live 90 years, 30 of them you will be asleep. 30 years in another world. In the world we call dream. But what is it? Scientists will say it is a state of rest, recovery of the nervous system, information processing, memory consolidation. The brain sorts through the impressions of the day, moves them from short-term to long-term memory. All logical, all scientific. But does this explain why we have strange dreams? Why we fly, fall, meet the deceased, find ourselves in places we have never been? Why do dreams sometimes predict the future? Why can two people have the same dream on the same night? Science shrugs. Neural activity, it says, random impulses. I do not argue, but I doubt. Maybe a dream is not just brain rest. Maybe it is a journey, a departure of consciousness beyond the physical body. An entry into other dimensions, a meeting with who we really are. In a dream, we do not know that we are dreaming. What is happening feels real. We feel pain, joy, fear. We love, lose, find. Then we wake up and realize it was just a dream. What if our life is the same kind of dream? What if the end of physical life is an awakening? Now let us talk about mystical beliefs, about dreams and mirrors. Since ancient times, mirrors have been considered portals to other worlds. And a dream is the moment when the soul leaves the body and travels. Combine these two ideas, and you get a very dangerous combination. In many cultures, it was believed that looking into a mirror during sleep is forbidden. The soul could get lost, could see things not meant for the living, could get trapped in the looking glass. The ancient Greeks believed that mirrors in dreams show the future, but only if you look at them by moonlight. The Romans believed that a mirror in the bedroom attracts spirits, and if you fall asleep in front of a mirror, the soul might not return to the body. In Slavic traditions, mirrors were covered when there was a deceased person in the house, so that the soul of the departed would not get lost in reflections, and also so that the dreams of the living would not become a door for those who have passed on. In Christianity, there was a prohibition on mirrors in the bedroom. It was believed that during sleep, a person is defenseless, and evil could enter through the reflection. Have you ever seen yourself in a mirror in a dream? They say that looking at your reflection in a dream means change. If you are smiling, it means joy. If you are frowning, trouble. And if the reflection is doing something that you are not doing, that is a very bad sign. A sign that someone is replacing your soul. I do not know if this is true. But I know for sure that mirrors in dreams are always unsettling, even if you do not believe in mysticism. Now let us look at what ancient civilizations said about dreams. The Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods. Not just messages, but direct instructions. Pharaohs made decisions based on dreams. Priests deciphered symbols. There were special houses of life, where people came to sleep in order to receive healing or answers from the gods. The Egyptians believed that the soul, the Ba, could leave the body during sleep and travel through the afterlife. If you met someone who had passed on in a dream, it meant they had actually visited you, not as a memory, but as a real guest. The Sumerians, one of the most ancient civilizations, they had entire libraries of dream dictionaries, clay tablets explaining what a particular dream meant. See a snake to wealth, see a scorpion to danger. The Sumerians believed that dreams were a bridge between the world of humans and the world of the gods, and that the gods often spoke to people in dreams, because during the day, people were too busy with the noise of life. The Incas. For them, dreams were a way to communicate with ancestors. Shamans entered trances to receive dream visions, and those dreams determined when to plant, when to fight, when to marry. The Incas believed that during sleep, the soul leaves the body and can interact with the souls of other people, living and passed on. The Greeks. The most famous tradition is incubation. A person would come to the temple of Asclepius, the god of healing, fall asleep, and during sleep, the god himself would appear. He would give advice on how to heal, or even perform healing right there in the dream. The Greeks had two gods of dreams: Morpheus, who created human images; Phantasis, who created images of inanimate objects; and Phobeter, who created frightening dreams. Dreams were considered messages from Olympus. Aristotle, by the way, was the first to try to explain dreams by natural causes. But even he admitted that some dreams defy logic. In Hinduism and Buddhism, dreams are illusion, but so is life itself. Maya, a dream within a dream. Some practices use dreams for enlightenment, dream yoga, lucid dreaming as a path to liberation. Now, a question that has always fascinated me: do animals dream? Scientists say no. They lack the neocortex, the part of the brain responsible for complex dreaming. Animals have sleep, but not dreams like humans. They say that dogs twitch their paws in their sleep, not because they are dreaming of hunting, but because the brain randomly sends signals to muscles. But I think differently. I am not a scientist. I am just an observer. My cat sometimes twitches his paws in his sleep, moves his whiskers, makes strange, soft sounds. He is clearly seeing something. He is clearly experiencing something. Maybe it is not hunting in the human sense, but it is something. Scientists will say it is just random neural impulses. But look into your pet's eyes when they wake up from such a sleep. There is something there. A memory of another place, another world. I deeply believe that animal consciousness is underestimated. We think we are the crown of creation, but maybe that is just our arrogance? Maybe cats have cat dreams, and they are just as important to them as ours are to us. Maybe whales communicate in their sleep across vast distances. Maybe elephants see in their sleep places they have never been, but where instincts of thousands of generations guide them. We should not underestimate what we do not understand. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, in a dream, you know something that you cannot know? For example, you dream of an old school friend you have not seen in 10 years, and the next morning, they suddenly text you. Or you randomly run into them on the street. What was that? Precognition or coincidence? I had such a case. I dreamed of a person I had not thought about in years. In the dream, they were handing me a book. I woke up and went about my day, but the feeling stayed with me. That evening, I happened to walk into a secondhand bookstore, and there on the shelf was that very book, an edition I had been looking for. The shopkeeper said it had been brought in that very morning. Coincidence? Maybe, but I have had too many such coincidences in my life to ignore them. What is a dream to me? It is not just rest. It is an exit beyond the limits of the body, an exit beyond the limits of the habitual self. My consciousness in a dream is not my daytime consciousness. It is freer. It sees images that I could not invent on purpose. It meets people I did not invite. It speaks languages I do not know. In a dream, I am not me. And at the same time, I am more me than in waking life. Have you noticed that in dreams, you sometimes have access to things you could not possibly know? Carl Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful coincidence. Not a cause and effect relationship, but a connection by meaning. And dreams are one of the main channels for such coincidences. Maybe in dreams we tap into the information field, what some call the noosphere, the collective unconscious. We gain access to data that we cannot get through our senses. We see the future. We see the past. We see what is happening thousands of miles away. Or maybe, in dreams, we travel through other dimensions, through levels of reality that are hidden from us during the day. Different laws of physics apply there. Time flows differently. We can fly, walk through walls, meet those who have passed on. Research shows that lucid dreaming is not a myth. When a person knows they are dreaming, they can control the dream. Fly, create objects, meet specific people. It can be trained. It can be learned. But what if this is not just brain games? What if lucid dreaming is the conscious journey of the soul? What if we can not only control our dreams, but also travel astrally, visit real places, meet real beings? I do not know, but I want to believe it. Because if a dream is just information processing, then a third of my life is wasted. But if a dream is a journey, then a third of my life is an adventure. And I like that much more. I have noticed that when I ask a question before sleep, I sometimes get an answer in a dream. Not directly, symbolically. An image that needs to be deciphered in the morning. But the answer works. Try it. Tonight before sleep, ask yourself, what do I need to understand? And let the dream come. Do not expect a miracle the first time, but practice, and one day you will be surprised. Dreams are a door to the subconscious, a door to yourself, a door to the universe. We fear dreams because we do not understand them. But maybe we should not fear them. We should explore them. Keep a dream journal. Write down images, feelings, symbols. Look for recurring themes. Learn the language of your own subconscious, because the subconscious speaks to us, and the clearest channel is dreams. And that is all for today. This was Dreamweaver Mystics. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss new videos. And write in the comments, what have you dreamed about lately? Have you ever seen yourself in a mirror in a dream? Do you think animals dream? I read everything. And remember, you spend a third of your life in the world of dreams. Maybe it is time to find out what is really going on there. Until next time.